John Bon Jovi. Thanks, man. All right, so everyone is basically just shooting love at you right now. How's it? I've heard some offers to produce children in the audience. Whatever not have. The con's not over yet. It's not over yet.
We leave in an hour, so I'm sure we could squeeze something in.
Excellent choice of words, Mr. Smith.
That approach generally works.
It works for him. It doesn't work for anybody else. But congratulations on an amazing series, last series, you guys. I mean, I think you see here, you know, whatever, 6,000 people here all waiting in line to see you guys. How much of an impact the show has had. So, Stephen, you actually, I was talking to you in the green room, and I'm like, how are you enjoying the con? And you're like, I've just been writing in my hotel room the whole time. So, has that been your entire con, just putting words into their mouths?
Yeah, that's more or less my entire life, actually.
Okay.
And it's very nice to meet 6,000 new people, because I've been very lonely.
How do you manage to, I mean, you know, I'm always, you look at a show like The Simpsons, you go, well, they've gone like 20-some seasons, how do they keep it fresh, how do they keep it new? You know, Doctor Who's coming up on its 50th anniversary next year. No one is a bigger Doctor Who fan than you, so how do you manage to keep all those facts in your head and then still keep the show fresh and drive it forward and not tread on old territory?
Well, I try not to have any kind of a life. Which, as a Doctor Who fan, I found came naturally. I don't know. It's. I've got loads of ideas because it's Doctor Who. I've been thinking about Doctor Who since I first saw it.
Yeah.
And now I get to put it on television. I don't find that difficult. I bet everyone in this room has Doctor Who ideas all the time.
They do.
That wasn't an invitation.
No, if you see Stephen in an elevator, he loves it if you shove scripts at him or tell him ideas and shit. But Matt, I mean, you know, the Doctor, you've done such a wonderful job. And we've talked about this before. I mean, the one thing about the show is, but the way that it's managed to stay fresh is that, you know, the show kind of cycles through new people and we get attached to people, but, you know, instantly, episode 1, people were way on board. Matt Smith. How's it been the last couple of years?
Well, it's, you know, I mean, I can say unequivocally it's transformed my life, it's changed my life, and working with these guys who have become, you know, my firm friends, and we've got the wonderful Caroline Gillian now who's doing a great job, has great taste, it's in good hands, fear not, and you know, so it's every day is a joy. And I mean, I just quickly like to say though, I think if the world was a bit more like Comic-Con, it would be a better place, right? Yeah. You know, from like the Tumblr to the Nerd HQ thing to all the support you guys have given us, it's been overwhelming. And Who fans shout the loudest?
Yeah. If the whole world, like, it would certainly be a world with more medieval weapons in it.
Yeah. And, you know, people dressed up and coloured hair and everything, and a lack of cynicism about it.
Well, but that's the spirit of Comic-Con. It's like, that's why it's so important for us to be able to celebrate all the things that we care about and not be afraid of being judged. But I do have to apologize to Matt. Yesterday, a really awkward thing happened. I didn't think I was going to run into you. Do we have a picture of what happened last night? Whoops. So,
a day. It's hard work.
I know.
Where's your bow tie, man?
I have one of those too. I'm pointier. I have more of a tenant face. But I honestly, someone was
It looks great on you, man. You wear it well.
Someone said, "Oh, you should run into Matt with that outfit." I'm like, "No, I don't want him to." And then I saw you at Zach Levi's thing, and you go, "I see where your heart truly lies." But have you had any time to have fun and relax since you've been at Comic-Con?
Yeah, you know, it's a great thing about Comic-Con, as you guys all know, it's just 100 miles an hour the whole time. So you do the work, and you hang out after it. And what's great is I met Peter Jackson last night. And you get to meet your heroes, right? Whether you're a fan, whether you're a director, whether you're an actor, and I think that's one of the truly brilliant things about it.
Yeah.
I had a great time.
So who have you kind of nerded out over the most at Comic-Con?
Bryan Cranston, I love. Seth MacFarlane. I kind of like you.
Oh, stop it! So I do have a tweed jacket and the fez and the bow tie at home, but I thought that would be weirder if I ran into you dressed like that.
It kind of would have been.
A little strange. Karen, how's the Comic-Con going for you so far?
Comic-Con has been the most fun ever. I've had the best time just seeing everyone dressed up in capes and stuff. And actually, I was coming down the lift in the hotel this morning next to a Dalek girl, which was really cool. It took us a second to register each other, and we both just went, ah!
And she was like, "Oh, that's a really good Amy Pond," and you're like, "I know." I mean, your characters are, and it happened almost instantaneously. Like Kissogram Amy was like right there. You know, when and right here, and right there, and right there. I go to cons all over the place, and that version of her, that first image that we get of her, it instantly became iconic. I mean, what is it like for you to look out and see a sea of Amelia Ponds?
I'm loving all the ginger hair.
Why do gingers get so much crap in England? We love them
I think
here.
it's because we're rare and unique. People are just a little intimidated.
Arthur, what about you, man?
Hey, there's just been lots of that. Like, kind of walk into rooms and we're all losing our voice. We had to have some throat sweets earlier on to soothe our voices because we've just spent the whole time going, and it just kind of brings. I still hear it when I'm sleeping, and just kind of people screaming. But it's amazing. And yeah, let's say that you can be in the lift, and you're just like, oh, hey Batman, how's it going? It's been very cool.
Well, you've done. I mean, again, I know. Again, we've had this conversation before, but I think it's such a testament to you and the character of Rory that we're so used to the dynamic of the Doctor and his companion, and then some sort of and in some cases some sort of a romantic tension or something going on. But the fact that there's this sort of like triad of awesomeness that you are sort of the companion's companion, and people love you guys as a unit. Taking her away from him, like it just they were also so on board for you as a character.
Yeah, no, the response has been. I mean, it's all down to Stephen making it up and making it so brilliant. But we've loved the way that the dynamic between the three of us has progressed kind of throughout the show and developed. And
there's so much in this brain I want to take out and see how it works.
Yeah, do it.
It'll be a crushing disappointment. Bugger all in that.
But obviously the big news this year is that we're saying goodbye to the Ponds.
yeah.
All of the ponds.
When that news broke, and I saw. I think I've sort of become like the Doctor Who therapist online for people. All these people are like, "What's happening? How could the Ponds be going away?" And I had to say to people, "Listen, it sucks for us. It's sad. We love the pods. We don't want them to go anywhere. But this is how the show works. You know, we love people and we have to let them go. So what was it? I mean, that's how the show has managed to live for 5 decades. But can you tell a little bit about like what that was like for you emotionally, knowing that the time was coming?
You didn't stop crying.
I didn't stop crying for 2 weeks. In between takes, anything was setting me off.
Yeah.
Picture set me off.
Broccoli.
The broccoli, tender stem broccoli. Anything. I didn't hold it together, I've got to be honest.
I mean, the thing is, it's been such a huge part of our life. It's changed our lives. But
Yeah, completely.
it was so exciting to film those final moments, though, because they are great. I mean,
and film them with the weeping angels as well, which was just like, come on, he's done a great job of it's a climactic and fitting, and I think a brilliant end to what has become, in my mind, and I'm a bit biased, but my 2 favourite companions, so. I'm going to have to see the back of them, really.
You're going to miss us.
Yeah, they're out, they're gone, see you later.
Wait a minute. Now you say that now, but we were in the elevator and you turned to them and you went, "Hey, didn't you guys used to be on Doctor Who?"
I did it for effect. Listen, I haven't forgiven you for turning up in number 10 last night.
That wasn't mine. I don't know what happened. I was kidnapped. But again, I think people really need to understand that when you're working, you're in Cardiff, you're sort of isolated and you live in this bubble and you guys work insane hours and you're just all on top of each other's lives all the time. So this really is like, I mean, as hard as it is for you guys and for us to see you go, I know that it's hard for you guys to separate as well.
Yeah.
Don't sound too sure.
No, I was being earnest. I am really sad.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm friends with you all.
I want to take a quick moment to run a clip of some of the finer moments of Amy and Rory. Kittens are awesome. Still really hot, I gotta say, as an old lady. Still really hot. Still really hot. I know there's really not a lot you can say about. Well, first of all, I also Caroline Skinner. What has the season been like for you so far?
It's been incredible, absolutely incredible. I mean, it's huge episodes. We've had Daleks, we've had Weeping Angels, we've been to New York, we've shot an episode in Spain. It's just been absolutely epic. But saying goodbye to these guys was the big one, really. Like, literally, Karen did nothing but cry for 2 weeks. We ran out of tissues. I mean, it was... No, it's amazing. Absolutely. There's nothing like Doctor Who.
And as you're writing, are you just sort of like, your fingers get heavier where you're like, I don't want to have to, I'm so sorry. Sorry. Is it sort of that feeling?
That episode, it was a tough one to write. I think I was actually quite relieved when I managed to finish it. And it actually sort of made sense. Yes, it was very, very difficult to know that, because it's not just fiction you're ending. You're actually ending a real life experience. Working with Karen and Arthur was absolutely coming to an end, and I thought I've written my last words ever for Amy and Rory. Of course I hadn't. There's always something else.
Sure.
But it was genuinely, properly sad.
Are you allowed to, in any way, kind of give us a sense of, what kind of an ending we might be seeing? Is it any?
Take a guess, Chris.
Oh no! Oh, if I know Stephen Moffat, heads will roll. But I do think that is the fun thing about the show, is that because it's a show that takes place anywhere in space and time, anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Well, you mean the way to write about it absolutely ended?
I'd say there's no way to write them out completely, right?
You're right. Do you reckon? Okay.
Well,
I hope you enjoy the episode, Chris.
That's going to be a hard one, I mean,
oh yes,
it's going to be a really hard one. I put off watching The End of Time for like a month.
And you've kept the outfit, clearly.
But as soon as but again, this is the point that I want to make, is that we say goodbye to people that we love, but we form new relationships with new people that we love too.
Are you still talking about Doctor Who, or have you gone off?
Well, it's just, there's a very special lady here today in a Xena costume, and I just wanted to make her the happiest, I'm not getting engaged. But I do think it's important to note that we trust you. We trust you that that whatever it is that you do, we're gonna follow you and trust that that you're not gonna damage our hearts for too long. You know that you have our hearts in your hands.
Yes.
Please be
Why do you trust me? What have I ever done to earn that?
Because you write awesome stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why.
And it's very upsetting.
Caroline, what
Not reassuring enough.
Yes.
I don't trust him.
Wow. What are your kind of favorite storylines, Caroline? Do you like historical, or do you like future? Do you like space? Do you like aliens? Like what do you prefer?
Oh God, I love them all. I don't know. I mean, if I think probably the historical ones, because I think there's something so magical about time traveling back into the past. But it's I love the episodes that we've just made, because they're all so different from each other, and I think that actually that's the thing I love the one that I'm going to watch next. I suppose that's the thing. You kind of go, they're huge, these episodes, and I love them all for different reasons.
Yeah, Matt, what's your favorite?
Well, I mean, again, but to pick up on your point, I think it's absolutely right that the show is the star, and the show will continue without us, without, dare I say, Stephen, without, because that's the thing that we're here to serve, and that's what we do, and it is about regeneration, and it is about welcoming in Jenna and a new era and a new time, and that's what's exciting. But I think, it's what I like is that each week it can be anything, and you're not bound by genre, and that you can tell a horror story one week or a sort of rom-com story the next, and it can afford invention and inventiveness, and it's sort of limitless, really. But I quite like going back in time, I like going forward in time. I like everything, really. I don't know. You like going to the future, don't you?
I like when we learn something about the cat, about something we're really familiar with.
Like golf, for instance.
Yeah, or no, but I like the TARDIS girl.
Yeah, right, okay.
Idris and all that.
Oh, Neil. What are you gonna miss? What do you think you'll miss the most, Karen?
I'm right next to you. Right.
I'm gonna miss various things. I'm gonna miss getting to run down corridors away from imaginary monsters, because they're putting after us sometimes. And
you can still do that. It'll just be weird.
I can look really scared of tennis balls now. But so that's really fun. Instead of doing a show where you're just standing in a room talking all the time. I'm gonna miss these guys. I really am. I've made some of my best friends in this show.
Yeah.
So.
But it is we do spend all of our time together. You know what I mean? It's it's mad. But we've got to the point where we can't really have conversations if we're
just noises.
Yeah.
Noises and silly phrases.
Yeah.
And
we like to call them episodes.
Yeah.
You guys are in this kind of, you're in this wonderfully unique position that you've all kind of grown together in the last few years, and no matter how old you get and how you'll always have this visual scrapbook of your lives. I mean, how seamlessly do you feel like you flow in between your characters, and back out?
Well, I mean,
Pretty quickly.
It's got to the point where. Yeah, and what's been really interesting over the past sort of 6 months or so as well, or the past year, is if there's something happening in a scene, say for instance there's a moment that we react to, I mean even now, I won't have to look, and something's happened there, let's say it happened like that, and us three would go... And like, you know, because you become kind of symbiotic in that. Because it's every waking hour of the day together, and it's 9 months, and we film away from London, so away from our friends, and I mean, we don't really argue, do we?
No.
No.
And it's great to be able to play characters that you know so well, and then get scripts that surprise you with what they do.
And you know, it's what's great. What the real heartbeat of the show is the quality of the writing and the quality of the writers that it attaches as well, and that is makes our job infinitely easier. You know, it's I'm not just saying that because you're next to me.
It's also fun for fans too to be able to see you guys go on and do other things, or see you cross over with other people, or like, you know, I saw something once, Matt, where you popped up on something with Billy Piper. It was like, oh my god! And then in my head I wrote this whole fan fiction story about how
given the content of the scene that must have been one hell of a story.
Well, something we all wanted to see.
Worst way to spend an afternoon at work.
So what do you guys have plans on what's next for you guys?
Yes.
Do you want to go?
Should we answer
each other?
Okay, right.
What's it called?
Okay,
so I'm going to Scotland to do a little film called Not Another Happy Ending, which is about a writer. And then I'm doing doing a film in America called Oculus about a mirror.
Of you.
No, you can't.
I'm sorry, I'm just a bit bumbling, because that's just me.
This was how the ponds ended.
So I'm going to do a play in London with my best friend, and we've known each other since we were like 8, so that's really exciting. And then, this is exciting, I'm going to do it in my normal voice. I am going to, because I'm you now, I'm going to do a new series called Broadchurch with, get this, David Tennant. It's written by Chris Chibnall, who, wrote some of Doctor Who, and Olivia Colman, who was Prisoner Zero.
Who are on?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, so people will actually be able to see you pop up on other stuff, which is nice. It's nice for us. Again, I feel like in England there's like 50 actors, and they all just do this constantly. You're like, hey, there I go, there's Stephen Fry. Oh, hey, there's
in fairness, those 50 actors seem to be playing the leads in most of your shows. Slowly becoming true that the British actors are better at being American.
It's true.
How does that make you feel?
Well, it makes me love it for having to drive you bastards back hundreds of years ago. But taxing our tea! We don't even drink tea! Who gives a crap? I said jokingly yesterday in the Warner Brothers panel, it was the Superman, it was a Man of Steel, and I was like, these damn British actors are coming here taking the parts of American hard-working superheroes, and I was like, and that's why there should be an American doctor, and instantly was like, no! Everyone got so mad. I was like, I was kidding, of course not. No, please don't get mad. But you also bring with you, Mr. Moffat, some surprises and exclusive things. Want to set up this next little bit of awesomeness?
Right. This is, we're just talking about the sorry, was someone shouting at me there? The British-American controversy. This is us in the heartland of your culture. We are doing a Western. And for extra authenticity, we did the one thing you must always do when you are shooting an iconic piece of American culture. We went to Spain. And we're now going to show you our version of your culture.
Oh, what
What's your name?
We can't hear her.
Range. Can we turn on her mic? If anyone wants to...
Hello?
Hey, you look very pretty.
Thank you. I'm Delaney, and this question is for Matt Smith.
Hello.
Hi. What's your favorite gadget, button, or screen in the TARDIS?
What's my favourite gadget?
Button or screen in the TARDIS, yeah. That's gadget, button, or screen. I think control
great
panel.
question. My favourite gadget, button, or screen in the TARDIS? Well, I love... Because in the TARDIS, each area has a particular job. So when you get there, no word of a lie, on your first day, you get like a handbook of what it all does. And so there's a navigational area, there's a lab. You like hanging out in the lab, don't you? You play with the lab stuff, all those magnetised bits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but then they disappeared.
Yeah, someone saw it anyway.
broke.
But my favourite bit is actually the gear and the lever that flies it. Because of the rhythm of it, I can go. No, we sort of whiz off, and off we go. But have you got a favourite bit?
No.
No. Well, you know, it's
Good question.
Yeah.
Seriously, if all the Daleks were that adorable, I'd be like, take my brain, I don't care, kill me. Yeah, you're adorable.
For sure.
Whatever you want. I know. Although we did learn on an episode that you ride the brake too hard on landings.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. It was River giving me grief over it, wasn't it? It was the blue buttons. The
blue boringers.
blue boringers. That was it. Yeah.
Well, and then again, I think as a fan, that's what people really appreciate about your approach to the show is that you can take something like that iconic woo noise and then just as a quick throwaway joke, just make it like explain something about it and give us something new.
Reinvent it.
Yeah, it was fun though. I got in trouble for it. I think some people were. I think it's possible that River was winding him up.
Okay.
Only because I happened to notice, and no one has complained about this, that when River flies the TARDIS in future episodes, it still makes that noise. You can't trust that.
Popcorn.
Is anyone not coming dressed as a Dalek?
They're a very tenacious race.
That's amazing. Great costume.
That's cool.
It's really good costume.
Doctor, we meet again. This time I will exterminate.
So your question is sorry.
Moffat in the entire Hall of Age.
Okay, no, I get it, you guys. This is classic Doctor Who.
Will there be a multiple Doctor episode?
Dalek wants to know if there will be a multiple Doctor episode because she likes some sweet Doctor on Doctor action.
I'm not going to tell you. Sorry.
Nice try, Dalek. I like how he's explaining to the Dalek. Okay, so now if you could just go. There it goes. There it goes. Hello. This is right in front of that guy, right in front of him. What is your name, sir?
Mario?
And what is your question?
I love how the question has been in front of us all along since the first Doctor, way back, when the show started. Steve, when and how did you come up with this
Steve.
storyline? Stephen!
Steve, when you thought of Doctor Who in 1963...
Well, William Hartnell said to me, well, what is my character's name? And I said, no, Bill, we're keeping it secret. I was surprised by my authority since I was 1 year old at the time. Well, I mean, to be honest, it's been there from the start, hasn't it? It really is. He never gives his name. Other Time Lords do. Everybody else does. He never gives his name, and the show is called Doctor Who. Clearly, the question is tremendously important, and only I know why.
But honestly, do you have an idea that you will never tell anyone, or is it just something that you've never even decided?
No, I actually found out the truth, and I'm not. I can't.
Are you
Welcome to our life.
Are you serious?
It's a succession of Stephen knowing information, having the power to withhold it, and smiling at us.
Have I found out the Doctor's real name?
Do you know? Do you have an idea?
Do I have an idea?
Yeah.
Yes.
He knows, and he won't tell me.
That doesn't mean. Well, no. It's,
What is it?
You'll see. Did somebody ask what it is?
Yeah. I was trying to...
Would it be a bit of an anticlimax just to reveal it like that?
All right, his name is Keith. Whatever. His name is Keith Doctor. All right. Thank you. Hi. What is your name?
Hi, my name is Mary, and I want to know, you guys have been on so many fantastic journeys and seen and met so many fantastic people. Who is your favorite person or your favorite creature that you've met?
Good question.
All right.
We had dinner with one of our favourite actors
I was going to say...
the other night. Go on.
Oh, no, go.
No, go.
No, you...
Please.
Like, you'll deliver it better.
Age before. Joe, I know she's way more beautiful. Go on. And also, because you're kindred spirits.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I just sound like I'm obsessed with ginger people. Vincent Van Gogh.
Hey, Vincent is a diamond of a man. And I get really well with James Corden as well. He's become a good man.
Weeping Angels are my favourite monsters.
Yeah, we've got so many amazing people. I mean, it's one of the brilliant things about this show is that every week or every couple of weeks we're working with some new great people. There's some great people coming up in this series.
And at the moment we've got Dame Diana Rigg in, who obviously famously played Emma Peel. She's great. She's totally wonderful in it. So very exciting.
Excellent. Hello. What is your question? I'm sorry. There's just a little something right here. Got it.
My name's Charlotte Kozer, and I love you all. My question was, in the episode The Pandorica Opens, all the big evil heavy hitters joined together to fight the Doctor, and I was wondering if you were ever going to have any other alliances between the evil guys.
Can you imagine how long the meeting must have been to get the Pandorica Alliance together? It must have been hell. The Weeping Angels refusing to come in because the lights were on. I think such a useless alliance of readily defeatable foes could never ever be reconvened. And what was the end result of that? They blew up the universe. They must be thinking 48,000 years in preparation, and we accidentally blew up the universe.
And then one poor guy had to sit around for like 1,000 years. I do love the tactic of pointing a heart at someone when you're like, so I really love you guys. What is your... Thank you. What is your name?
Hi, I'm Mary. My question is for Karen. In the next season of Community, they said there was going to be an Inspector Spacetime convention. I know you always get really excited about it. Have you been in talks to get on that?
I have not been in talks, but I really like Inspector Spacetime. I think it's really funny to see the show in spoof form. And we do funny British accents as well. Yeah, like, all right.
That's like your impression of me.
But yeah, I would love to, is the answer to that.
All right, next question.
Hello.
Idris.
Hello. I really loved the Neil Aigeman episode. That was very nice, wasn't it?
Bananas.
Yes. And I was wondering, for all of our actors, what's your favorite costume that you've worn during this series? And for poor Matt, what's your favorite bow tie?
Guys?
My favourite costume is the Roman centurion.
I think I know what yours is.
Answer it for me.
Kissogram police uniform.
Yeah, correct. Chelsea, lots of them right there. Hello.
Hey, kissograms.
Could you guess mine, do you think?
Is it the tweed and the bow tie?
Yeah, maybe tweed, bow tie, and fez.
Do you like the Stetson?
Stetsons are cool, but fezzes. I mean, come on. Although, what Stephen does is, I go, can I have a hat, right? And then he goes, yeah, I've given you a hat. And then I read it, and I realise it's a fez. So I think, well, I'm going to look like a pillock. And then what he does is, I have it for like a minute, and he gets River to shoot it and blow it up.
What is your, by the way, I do want to say, I want to thank you for the four of these folks came and bowled against us on Celebrity Bowling, and Karen Gillian turned out to be a surprisingly impressive bowler. Did you know that you had this hidden bowling skill?
I honestly had no idea that I could bowl until we did it with you guys.
Is this something you're going to take back home with you?
Yeah, I'm going to introduce all my UK friends to it on a regular basis.
It was amazing. Everything she was doing shouldn't have worked. She was using these three fingers and just went and literally screamed. And then like the ball would go right into the pocket every time. We were like, what's happening? What is your name? Christensen?
Hi, my name is Greg. I'm a big fan of both Doctor Who and
Duckman?
Top Gear.
Top Gear.
And when Matt was on,
Top Gear.
They asked what your craziest fan encounter was, and I have the same question for the entire cast.
The craziest fan encounter?
Not like misery craziest, but like...
No, fun, yeah. Crazy.
I mean, crazy, I think that Tumblr party
Yeah.
we turned up to.
Yeah,
amazing. It was like, we had no idea.
Yeah. Can you remember though the one where where were we shooting? I don't know what episode we were shooting. It was in Wales, and we got in the car, and there was a lady there who told me that I was an exact replica of her pet hedgehog. And then she kissed me.
Yeah.
And then the security were like, whoa, crazy hedgehog lady. Yeah.
That same woman grabbed me and was like, are you Matt's girlfriend? And I was like, no, absolutely not. She was like, okay then.
And she came to me, had a conversation with me, and said, I think Matt Smith looks just like a hedgehog. I've got a picture of him on my wall and pictures of hedgehogs.
Like that's going to flatter me, a hedgehog?
But everyone's got a thing. That could be her ultimate fantasy.
Or to dress up as a hedgehog and hang out with crazy hedgehogs.
I've seen weirder things here.
But,
and at DragonCon. What is your name and question?
Hello, my name is Carol. I was just wondering, actually this is primarily for Stephen and Carol. I was wondering if you guys, when you received scripts from previous writers like Toby or Neil, if there were just some scenes that you were like, oh my god, this is amazing, but we can't do it, there's no time. Or there's
What a dramatic turn on your performance.
Do you know, we mostly get the really amazing ones on screen. I mean, we do. I mean, it's tough, but if it's really extraordinary, we'll find a way to do it. If it's just medium and expensive, we'll cut it anyway. But if it's really, really good, we do find a way. And and those are smart guys you're talking about. They know the limits of the show, and they know how to, unlike me, to keep it restrained. We manage to do it mostly. Mostly we get the really, really good bits on there for you.
Excellent, thank you. Hi, what's your name and question?
I'm Sarah. I've met you before. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Speaking of fan encounters, I was just talking to Amy. You guys met last year. But anyway, I was wondering why am I forgetting English? Oh my gosh.
Start with a noun.
Monkeys.
Okay, monkeys, verb. What do they do?
Fly.
They're flying monkeys? You're with the Oz panel.
I didn't sleep, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Right, question. What plots would you love to have in Doctor Who? We're gonna pretend that didn't take me a minute.
I didn't understand that. I'm sorry, what was your question? What?
What plots would you guys love to have in Doctor Who?
Plots. Yeah, what plots? What would you, as the actors, what plots would you like to see happen in the show?
Well, the trouble is, we always give the same answers, don't we? And maybe I should think about it more and give a different one, but we could never afford it, and it would be really impossible to do. But I'm really intrigued by Atlantis. And like the lost city.
That's great.
Did you get forced to take piano lessons as a kid?
Yeah.
That's what that was.
Age 7.
Yeah.
She's a brilliant classical pianist, Karen.
Oh, thanks.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's fun. Arthur, what about you?
I'm not sure. Rome. Yeah. In fact, I'm just going to think. You guys can answer for me. I don't know. I think the Doctor should join a band. Arthur.
Oh, Karen the Babes.
Our band.
We
sang Bohemian Rhapsody yesterday, you know.
You say sang?
Well,
it wasn't really.
We
shouted really loud.
Our way through it.
Let's hear some!
Again.
Encore!
When did this turn into Price is Right? What are you yelling? $1! Listen, you can totally use this if you want, Stephen Moffat. I was thinking about this really awesome piece where the Doctor shows up in Punxsutawney in Groundhog Day and tries to figure out the time loop that Phil Connors is stuck in. You never see Bill Murray's face. You just always see like his back and the scenes in the movies. I've thought a lot about this. You've seen like the scenes at the ends of the scenes that we know, and then the Doctor comes in and he's trying to sort out why this man is stuck in this like 10,000 year time loop. So, I mean, you're welcome.
I'm on it.
I'm really sorry for everything I just said in the last minute and a half. What is your name?
Well, I believe you call me sexy. And hello, my thief, orangey girl, and the pretty one. Okay, I'm gonna drop the accent now because I'm really bad at it. My question was, have there ever been any like little objects or pieces on set, maybe from the TARDIS, that you've been like really tempted to just kind of stick in your bag when you leave?
Or I've done it.
We've done it.
I took the binoculars.
Yeah. Although, it's
Sorry.
Yeah. We've robbed various bits of TARDIS.
But you just kind of go, because we break it so often, just go, oh no, it's broken, don't worry, I'll fix it. Guys,
steal the time rotor. Arthur, steal the time rotor.
I've been asking for bigger costumes just so I can fit things in there.
How many people have been to the Doctor Who experience in London? Have you guys been? When you go at the end of it, there's a case with all the sonic screwdrivers, and Tens is missing. And I was like, oh, where's the 10th Doctor screwdriver? And very flatly, the guide said, Mr. Tennant decided to keep that one.
I think that's a Doctor's prerogative, man. After 4 years' service in the TARDIS, a sonic is the least that you could bestow upon.
How long did it take you to get the flip down?
Well, that happened by mistake. It was just designed that way, and because it was never meant to flick. I was meant to just pull it up, but I got it and I was using it, and it came out of sort of like a flick knife, like Riff in the Jets. I just thought it was quite cool, and so it just sort of happened that I started flicking it around.
Awesome. What is your name and what's your question?
Hi, my name is Rochelle. My question's for all the actors. I'm a theater major in college right now, and I was wondering if you had any particular theater roles you've always wanted to play.
Ooh. Yeah, yes, of course.
Yes.
I'd love to do The Crucible.
Yeah, John Proctor. Yeah. Amazing.
I'd like to play Lady Macbeth.
I'll play Macbeth then. Yeah. You'd be a good Lady Macbeth.
Oh, you'd make a great Macbeth.
Oh, thanks. I just want to play a villain, a really bad villain. Yeah.
Did you always want that, or is it just like playing such a good character for so long? It's sort of like, oh, now I want to destroy.
No. I've kind of always wanted to play a villain. Yeah. But
awesome.
Not for a while.
Yes. Next question.
We have time for one more question.
Aww. And then she was ripped to shreds. Her last words were, "We have time for one more question," and then never heard from again. They say she's buried under Hall H.
Sadly, there is no longer any time for your question.
What is your question?
Hi, my name is Lucy Park. And okay, so this question is for the entire panel. All of you have been working together for quite some time, and I was wondering if you noticed any weird or interesting habits among each other.
How long have we got?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
They all
Lord.
come out when we're like a little bit nervous or something.
What, the weird and interesting ones? Okay, this is one of Karen's when she's a bit nervous, and I'm constantly going, stop it, stop doing your lips, stop it. She picks her lips all day, every day, all day. She
rips the skin off them.
It's my thinking face, like it helps me think.
And yeah.
Matt does this when he's sort of like trying to like get in the zone, and he goes, yeah, did you not know you do that? Some people talk to you about that.
Have they?
Actually, this is an intervention we wanted to. There's no con. We just all 130,000 people together.
Arthur's wonderful when he's grumpy.
Yeah, he turns into dad.
He turns into dad mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he lunges.
Lunge a lot.
There you go, you're quite lungy.
Yeah. I quite like looking at Karen for ages until she sees that I'm looking.
That's a fun game.
Oh, yeah.
Or we play the uncomfortable touch with all the new actors that come on set. So they'll come on, it's day one, and you'll go, how was your breakfast then?
Fine. Okay.
Great.
This is so uncomfortable.
I quite like the one at a distance as well.
The worst part about that is the gentle squeeze.
We're trying to do it with people around Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Yeah, who could do it? I
did to Edgar Wright last night.
Basically, there's a lot of time to kill on a film set, so the only thing we can do is irritate each other, that's
All you have is time! I think it's a documentary, I'll be honest. What can we look forward to in the new series, Steve? Is there anything you can tell us, or just give us just a morsel of something?
More Daleks than you've ever seen in one place, and every generation of Dalek. Which, if you're a fan, and I'm kind of guessing you probably all are, it's the most exciting thing you've ever seen. We just seen the special effects for it. It's wow, just lots and lots and lots of Daleks. Exactly what we all see when we close our eyes in our TARDIS wallpapered bedrooms. It's wonderful. We've got, as you know, the Weeping Angels are back. We've got comedy, westerns. We've got absolutely everything and stuff I'm just not going to tell you because it's further in the future. I guarantee you. I don't think we've ever had a bigger variety of episodes than the ones we're about to show you.
Excellent.
I think it's truly exciting.
Excellent. Well, into the wild. Is there anything? What? I don't control the Comic-Con. I know we all want to stay here all day, but there's other things that you guys will get to see. And these guys have been, they flew all the way over here just to sit right here, you guys. There's no Wi-Fi across the ocean.
When are they going to sort that out, man? When are we going to get Wi-Fi on planes?
No towers. You need to, there's no towers. You need to get some sort of satellite, or you could fix it. Oh, you should walk into the cockpit with a sonic screwdriver. You're like, I'll take care of this. That would be amazing. They would probably tackle you because that seems aggressive. But I one time tried to travel and get a sonic screwdriver through TSA, and trying to explain. I was explaining it to the officer what it was in the show, and that made it sound like a weapon.
Yeah,
like it
of
just,
course.
Yeah. And then I finally was just like, it's a toy, and they were like, all right. Did you have the same experience?
Yeah, I mean every single airport. If you work in an airport and you ever see me, don't go, you didn't bring your TARDIS then. No, I didn't. Because why the hell would I be queuing up?
Before we go, Stephen Moffat has one last surprise for us.
I'm going to show you a good long clip this time. People sometimes ask, all of us, I suppose, what the secret of success is, and I've always pretended that I didn't know. But I do know what the secret of television success is, and I'm going to tell you it now. You might want to write this down. It's you put dinosaurs on a spaceship.
Gillian, Arthur Darvill, Caroline Skinner. Please a standing ovation for Amy and Rory. And thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through this. I love you all. Goodbye. We're heading back to LA to shoot the Nerdist TV show July 28th. That's my plug. Thank you so much, you guys. Good night.